Alright everyone, welcome to the Tomaso review. Yes, I've decided to wear my glasses again, because I think it's worth it to see through here with the scratches and not get a freaking headache than it is to just not deal with it. So, yeah, I've been getting headaches from not wearing my glasses and looking at a screen. So, anyway, I'm fine. So let's talk about the Tomaso review. Fury is in a particularly prickly mood tonight, so he is going to probably be yelling at me the whole time I'm talking. Anyway, let's get into it. So, as you know, I rate the characters based on a scale of 1 to 10, where 1 is completely useless, and 10 is absolutely essential to our team. So, I've put, and in the Tomaso review, I put them in order of my favorites in the seed. So, however, I can't do that in this one perfectly, because although I love good Terra, she's not my favorite character in the seed, but we don't have my favorite character in the seed right now. White Mage is my favorite character in the seed, so let's talk about her for a second. So, White Mage is, number one, her story is cool. She's very mysterious. She definitely knows something about what's going on with the necromancy and everything, bringing all these dead characters back to life. But outside of storyline reasons, her skills, holy crap. So we did the all combos flag this time. So everybody that has a replace skill has a dual skill, right? Well, White Mage got 2 dual skills. And if you want to get technical, 3 dual skills. So she has Bolt Edge Blaze, which is really nice AoE, number 1. Hello, Fury. What can I do for you, sir? Would you like to keep interrupting? Anyway, he's probably going to jump up here. So, yeah. So, Bolt Edge Blaze, yes, they're both elemental, which can be detrimental sometimes, but good AoE, double skill, decent damage, scales pretty well outside of healing some things, I guess. And then her other skill, Seraphim Shell. Seraphim is a decent heal spell for free. I mean, it's an Esper summon that heals us. And then Shell will randomly shell someone on the team. So you're getting nothing but good out of that, right? Heal the whole party, shell one person. Pretty dang good. And then, if you equip the Fake Mustache, which is a relic that's specific to White Mage, it will turn Seraphim Shell, in case you don't need a healing spell, into Bioblast Torado. So Bioblast is not the tool skill, but the Magitech one, the more powerful one. And then Torado, just summon another Esper that does earth damage, which is freaking cool, man. That's just a cool double skill in general. So Poison Snake, basically the Midgar-Zalem, if you want to put it that way. And that's probably what she'll end up having anyway, because we won't need Seraphim, because she can also equip an Esper with her magic command, which magic commands are very sparse in this seed, and learn Cure 3. So she learns Cure 3, we get rid of her healing Esper, we give her Bioblast Torado and Bolt Edge Blaze, and she has weapons that are like the thief weapons, like boomerangs and snipers, that she can throw from the back row and do the same amount of damage. So she's protected, she's strong, and has all kinds of utility. So yeah, she's freaking awesome. She is probably at least a 9. I would say she's a 10 in this seed for sure. I really like White Mage this game. So yeah, there you have it on that one. My next favorite character, although yes, of course, this is supposed to be Rosa, as it always has been every time we've gotten this sprite, but this is good Terra in my, canon, because that's who I thought she was in the first time I got her anyway. So yeah, she's awesome. I love good Terra. As far as how cool she is, I love her, but yeah, she's bad. Cure Sour is I believe Cure was... Which Cure is it? I forget which Cure it is, but it's Cure something Sour Mouth. So if we target it on us, we heal ourselves and then give ourselves a butt ton of status effects. Target it on the enemy, we heal them, give them a butt ton of status effects. Not that good. And then Aura Slow is okay. I mean, Aura Bolt's pretty strong. Slow is fine too to do after the fact. It's really kind of cool that we got that, because in my very first seed of Beyond Chaos that I completed, if you go back in my playlist way back and see the very first seed, Sabin actually got Aura Slow, although it was a question mark Aura Slow and it did it a bunch of times. So yeah, that was really cool that she got that, but it's not that great. And she does have a magic command, but sadly, no espers available just yet for her. So honestly, I'd probably put her middle of the road, because she does have a magic command, so that has potential, but she can't equip any espers. And her spells, or skills are, you know, middling. So I'd probably put her at 5. And then we've got our dude Swole. He's in the second slot because I'm glad to have him back in any capacity, because canonically he is dead, and this is probably the only way we were ever going to get him on our team again. I miss him. He was obviously the main character of the Great Imp Harvest of 21 seed, which was a very fun seed to play, and he is one of my favorite characters I've ever gotten the chance to voice, probably second to Granny, and he's just cool, man, and I miss him. And he was sadly killed in General Leo's spot during the Desperation Trinity seed. I'm pretty sure it was the Desperation Trinity seed. And he was not killed by R66X, like I said in the previous episode. He was killed by the Bubble Bobble Dragon. Butthole. Anyway, in this one, he's not that good. He didn't get a magic command, and even if he did, he has 17 magic power. He has Bio Quarter. Not really the best. And Shiva Remedy, which also not really the best. He fights, I think, with knives or something of that nature. Just not the best. I'm glad he's here for the story, but he's not a great character. I'd probably rate him at about a 3, to be honest with you. He's not good. Alright, Oddish. I love Oddish because he's so happy and so freaking cute. And he's so funny looking, dude. I love him. I like that he looks like a rotten onion, too. And as far as the skills go, yet to be seen. He cannot equip any espers. That's what sucks right now. He has jump, and we can Dragon Horn him and give him multi-jumps with, like, his knife weapons, because that's all he can equip. Dread Explode, pretty much useless, unless he gets a butt-ton of HP, which, even if he does, I mean, Dread is the first skill, so if we petrify something and it dies, he's still gonna explode, and then it'll auto-target the explode on himself. So, totally useless skill if you ask me. But having X-Magic is a lot of potential. He just can't equip any espers at the moment, and he doesn't have any magic, so not the best. The only thing we do for him is give him Sprint Shoes and have him cast Double Mute, you know? So right now, not a great character, probably sitting, I'd say probably a bit, I'm gonna give him a 6 just because it's X magic, and we'll just see how he ends up later, but yeah, there's Oddish for you. Marnie returns. She's obviously up here because she's one of my favorite characters we've ever gotten in any seed ever, because that seed was so much fun. If you have not watched the Munching, it was one of my favorite ones to edit, and just, it was so much fun, man. That was such a good seed. But yeah, Marnie is back. She has quelled her hunger, luckily. We have discerned that perhaps eating God filled her up for a little while. You know, her void of nothingness in her stomach being a secret zone eater. Anyway, she has Mimic. Now, Mind Blast Heal Force sucks. But Mind Blast, if it works and kills the enemy immediately, Heal Force isn't going to bother me. She does not have a magic command, but she does have Mimic, and a 49 magic power. Keep in mind, this is with everything unequipped from everybody. That's pretty high magic power stat. So, Mimic is going to be great just to mimic our best characters, and with the decent stats she has, that's even better. So, I would probably put Marnie at about a 7 in this seed. If she had Engulf, obviously she'd be an 11, but she does not. And she might be a character we throw on the team, because we have another character who's obviously really, really good that she can mimic. many characters, or a couple of characters, in fact, she can mimic that would make her really, really good. But yeah, she is a 7 on her own. If she mimics a 10, she's a 10. But for now, she's a 7. Anna, resurrected Edward's, dead girlfriend. She is not that great, sadly enough. No magic command once more. Zone Eater Revenger, or Zone Eater, I always do that. Zone Seek Revenger actually helped us in the fight with the Flame Eater, which is probably, if it wasn't the hardest Flame Eater I've ever fought, it was very close. Yeah, she was able to, I was trying to use the revenge half of it to do damage to Flame Eater, when I didn't realize I should have just been zone seeking our party when she's at full HP, so the Revenger doesn't do any damage, or Revenge doesn't do any damage. Which is what I ended up doing, which is what kept us alive long enough to kill the dang Flame Eater with Pearl Rod. And then her other skill, Slow Fire, is just slow and Fire Skeen. Fire Skeen is pretty good. If it multi-targeted like it's supposed to, it would be awesome, but because slow is a single target, Fire Skeen is a single target. And it's doing decent damage. It can take out stuff usually in one hit if they're weak to fire, or if they can just take damage from fire. But it's single element again, and some things can definitely absorb it. So no magic command, she's just not looking great. I'd probably put her at a 4, I would say, because she does have some utility with being able to zone seek us, and the Fire Skeen works sometimes. But yeah, definitely a 4. James was the first super good character that we got. And he was very early too, as you can see he was in Saban's spot. This is James McLeod, not Fox McLeod, because obviously the theme of the story is that undead characters are coming back to life for some reason. Or dead characters are coming back as undead characters, and James McLeod is MIA, if not dead. Probably dead. Pretty sure Fox hallucinated James in the escape from Venom. But anyway, he's got number 1, Stray Taper, which don't even pay attention to it. It hasn't helped us pretty much at all. But H-Bomb Shem Sham. Having H-Bomb, big AoE attack, obviously non-elemental, and just useful across the board. And it has been wiping enemies clear pretty much all game. And it's awesome. And he also has Magic Command, which has given him a little bit of some utility, because he can equip Ramu, which is giving him Cure 2, so now he's got a heal spell too, and it's giving him HP plus 10%. So that's pretty good. He can also equip Corinne, which, I mean, he's getting quarter mute and regen, which, but MP plus 10. So if he can equip any Espers later down the line that are better, he's going to have more MP to use their spells with. So James is pretty damn good. If it weren't for another character that I'm about to rate, I would say he was a 10, but he is definitely a 9.5 here. Big AoE attack and a magic command will do that. So good for you, James. Garland. The Setzer spot, for once, is not cursed. Garland is freaking awesome. So obviously Final Fantasy 1, first enemy. I think that's who this is supposed to be. If not, I'm sorry, but pretty sure it is him. Garland is all around good. Except for Stray Taper, of course. Stray Taper. That's a dead skill. But he's got Magitech and Magic. And this just so happened to be a seed where the regular Magitech list, not the Terra character Magitech list, just so happened to have Hyperdrive in it. So any character that would have got Magitech would have had access to Hyperdrive, and just so happens Garland got it. So he's Hyperdriving. We be Hyperdriving, dude. And he's also got a Magic Command. And holy crap, the shit that he can equip. Let me just tell you right now, okay? So Garland has access to Carbuncle. Notable spells from that: Bolt 2, Break, and Life. And it's giving him speed plus 1 on level up. Keep that in mind. Speed plus 1. Now, he can also equip Bismarck, which is teaching him, of note, Cure 3. So now he's a healer too, and it's giving him Strength plus 1 on level up. Okay, so far we got Strength, Speed, we got a decent magic attack, we've got Hyperdrive, we've got a way to bring people back to life, we've got Break for an instant kill. and Cure 3 to heal everybody. Strength and Speed +1. Then he has Phantom. Phantom is teaching him Ice 2, so yet another decent spell. And it's giving him Magic Power +1 on level up. So basically, we can choose any path we want with Garland. If we find a stupid good weapon for him, we could give him the Strength up one. If we want him to be super fast, we can give him the Speed Esper, Carbuncle. Most likely we'll be giving him Phantom for Magic Power +1, because I'm pretty sure Hyperdrive pulls from Magic Power, and if he's not Hyperdriving, he can be throwing Bolt 2s and Ice 2s and shit, and bringing people back to life and healing them. He's so good, and he is easily the 10 in this seed. Holy crap. Anyway, that's Garland. Moving on. Jared, the actual Jared. This is not Edgar as Jared. This is the real Jared that exists that Edgar was posing as. The leader of the gang. He's also a Night Hunter in this storyline. So he hunts zombies and stuff. Along with characters like White Mage. So, that being said, he's decent with Blaze, because it's Blaze Spectre, but he can't ever clear anything with Blaze, because it's not super strong, and he doesn't have great magic power. He's equipping Lances, which is meh. And Morph is obviously niche, only useful in certain situations, and we don't use it that much. And no magic command, just items. So yeah, Jared is very middle of the road as well. I would have to put him at like a 4 because he doesn't have a magic command. So yeah, he's down there with Anna, but he's cool. I like him. That's all I have to say about him, really. But yeah, moving on. Yuna. Yuna is only kinda good. So Yuna has a magic command, but she has no Espers she can equip right now. This could all change with the Esper thing once we go and we get like the auction house one and the dude in Zen. Those two we might be able to equip. But anyway, Yuna can't equip any Espers right now. She has Bioblast Torado, which is the thing that White Mage can get with a relic, which is pretty good, right? The poison snake thing. But really where it comes down to it is she has lore. And depending on where we go in the World of Ruin, we could end up with Quasar or Grand Train. Now, that'd be really, really helpful. But we will see about that. As for right now, the only useful skill she really has in there is White Wind. Everything else is kind of meh. But yeah, she will be good eventually. And she's got a magic command. As long as she gets one Esper, that's value, right? So I would say Yuna is probably at like, I'd say about a 6 or 7. I'd probably a 7. We'll make her an 8 because of lore. But yeah, she has the potential to get even better. So rock and roll. Good job, Yuna. Momomoth. Momomoth is just one of the Momomoths we killed at the beginning of the game that came back to life with the Necromancy, and he is our Berserker. I hate the fact that he has Fight. I've been over this a million times. I think there should be a flag you can set that makes it so your Berserker gets something besides Fight, because Fight's boring as shit. But regardless of that, he's just a fighting Zerker, and he's got on his Blizzard Orb, it's Tritok, which is lame because that's what it was last game with Kuja. I think that's who it was, right? But regardless of that, yeah. Tritok's not that great. Obviously, if anything's healed by any of the 3 elements, it gets healed by the entire attack. So, not that great. But again, he's a Zerker. Zerkers are just good in general. So, all he's going to be doing is attacking, tackling, and chucking people at our enemies if we find a Rage Ring. But for now, he's gonna be highly rated, probably like an 8 or a 9, just because that's what always happens with the Zerker. So there you have it, Momomoth. And the character we're gonna be stuck with in the beginning of the World of Ruin, probably my least favorite character out of all these, and he's not that great either, Ductor. So he's got a magic command. He can equip a couple of Espers, so he can equip Fenrir, which is giving him Reflect, Life 2, and Regen, of note, and Strength +2. Madwin, Doom and Vanish, he can get from that, and Ifrit, he learns Remedy. So, that's a decent, a bit of, like, amount of skills and spells. His magic power isn't that great right now, but equipped up it might be different. And then Float and Surge. Surge is okay. I believe it's Ice element. It's a decent AoE, but late game it's just not going to scale very well. So, Undead Conductor, I'm going to put probably at like a 5. I don't think he's going to get much better than that, but we will see once we get to the Whirlwind Room. Alright, so that's all the characters. Let's talk about the Seed. I love this storyline. I think it's really, really fun. I think it's awesome that, you know, we had someone to name this tombstone. I'm excited to find out the resolution of the mystery and what's going on. We still haven't found who the Necromancer is or how all this started. We know that there's a counterfeit Terra that came back to life. That's not the true evil Terra. We also have a counterfeit good Terra that came back to life. Yeah, so that's at play. The prophecy is at play, but it is not going the way it's supposed to. So maybe that will play a bigger role later, but we'll find out. And as far as the 1 relic per character thing goes, we're tripped up a little bit by that in the Burning House, without using Mass Effect to get around some of the harder things with it, and that could just intensify as we go along. So we shall see. But as for now, that is the end of the Tomaso review, and we'll be flying around getting ready to go to the Floating Continent at the beginning of the next episode. So I will see you guys then. Thanks for watching. Peace.